Hey, Iggy.
And I'm Lucas.
And we're a huge fly fish. Shit.
That's
wrong channel.
Wrong channel. Yeah. Welcome to a two-part video series about gear and flies for blue lining. So if you haven't already watched the video that Grizz has made about how to find blue lines and what blue lines are, I would highly recommend it before you watch this, so it'll probably be linked in the description below. But anyways, let's get to it.
First, let's start with the essentials. Waders, boots. When blue lining, you don't know what situation you're gonna get yourself into. It may be super deep, you may not have a direct path, so you need to bushwhack through stuff, and although your waders can rip, they protect your legs and your pants from getting all messed up from all the thorns and branches, and you just want to be prepared for everything, really. And of course your boots, they'll help you with traction, especially when you're doing rock hopping or you're hiking through the stream. You don't want to slip and fall and get injured, because a lot of times when blue lining, you're not going to have a trail for people to see you if you're hurt and when you need help. So definitely waders and boots, very much essentials.
Alright, second up on the list of essentials, I think in my opinion, is definitely a good pair of polarized glasses. Mainly because when you're blue lining, you really don't know the area, so you're going to want to be able to see through the water, see what kind of structures under the water, and especially see where fish are holding. If you do choose a good blue line, most likely you'll be able to see straight through the water and actually sight fish, which is one of the best ways, and in my opinion probably one of the most fun ways to fish. So a good pair of glasses to see through the water, help you figure out the bottom contour, and also in some cases to protect your eyes from flinging branches, your flies, etc. It's kind of just a general safety tip. When you're fishing, always wear a good pair of glasses.
So now we're going to talk about bags and what type of bags you should have and what you're going to be carrying in them. So for shorter day trips on blue lines, I do a sling pack or a hip pack. It's just easy to hike with, and it'll carry all of your essential flies, tippet, everything you need in it. So what I carry in my bag is I have a lot of tippet, mono and fluoro. Also, you want flashlight, something a little smaller than that would work.
Yeah,
headlamp, or a small flashlight about that big. You don't know how long you're gonna be staying out there, and if you get lost, you want to be prepared for everything. Let's see, extra batteries for your flashlight, all of your licenses. If DNR pulls up and you don't have any service and you can't get your license email, then you want to carry a paper license with you. So I carry all my licenses. You want your flies, so you carry your fly box with you. And also, preferably you have a waterproof bag, and also a bag that can hold your net, because you don't want to be holding a net while you're climbing. You want to have at least one hand free, so when you have your wading staff and your net, then you're gonna be full and you can't protect yourself from falling if you do fall. So that's what I carry in my bag.
Now my turn. Usually I carry this bag. Now this may seem a little overkill for most people. Obviously I'm a photographer and videographer, so this also carries all my camera gear, and as Iggy had said, it should preferably be waterproof. Unfortunately mine isn't, and I'm taking that risk, but it's a really good idea if you get caught in the rain or fall into the river if you have a waterproof bag. I carry a lot of the same things as Iggy does. I've got my minimal amount of tippet here for a day trip. You don't think that's overkill, right?
Nah.
Okay, good.
I'd add 2 more spools, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, just in case. I've got my nippers on a zinger on the other side, and then I've got a few carabiners on the side just in case I need to clip anything. A water bottle full of water for a day trip, a smaller one here and then a bigger one in the car just in case when you come back. And then I've got space in the front for my fly boxes, and then any snacks that I need to bring, because usually when we're blue lining we tend to forget about lunch, and that's not exactly the best thing in the world, but It's always good to have a snack when you eventually come back to reality and get hungry again. In addition, I also do carry a spare rain jacket just in case the weather changes. If you see that it might be cloudy where you are, it could be raining up in the mountains just because of elevation changes. So I would definitely also carry a rain jacket if it's going to be rainy. Today I don't think I'm going to be needing it, so I'll leave that in the car. And the reason why I carry a backpack isn't just for my camera gear, but for longer day hikes and blue line adventures, it's so nice to have 2 straps on your shoulders and a waist strap to clip into, because if you're gonna be going out there for a long time, you definitely don't want your back to start hurting midway through and you still have 3 miles to hike out at the end of the day. So having a full backpack if you're planning on blue lining is very, very key, in my opinion, for longer day trips. A sling pack is fine for your shorter days or places where you have more access, but for a longer day, definitely a backpack.
Another really good thing to carry with you when you're blue lining is either a hiking stick or a wading staff. So this will help you when you're hiking on rocks or you're just hiking along the trail trying to find those good pools, and you want just a little bit more stability so you don't fall and hurt yourself. It's all about protection and protecting yourself and keeping yourself from getting hurt when you're blue lining, because you don't want to go all the way out there with no trails and then hike all the way back with an injury.
Yeah, so the second thing is a net. You obviously want a net. It can be any size, shape, or form. This one's probably a little overkill for most days, but this is the one that we have usually for blue lines. I mean, depending on where you are, a blue line could hold a 23-inch fish and you'd have no idea. So actually, in most cases, something like this with smaller holes in the basket is more ideal than having a net that's too small and can't fit the fish of a lifetime. Something I did forget to mention before when talking about my bag is not fly fishing specific, so if I ever was to go on a blue line mission alone, which you should never do, I would have no way to carry a net. And I have been in a situation where I couldn't bring a net and it really hurt me trying to pull in a big fish and land it on shore when I didn't have a net. Luckily, I have a tag team and we're always fishing together, so he can carry the net in his bag, but a fly fishing specific bag that has a way to carry a net is very essential.
So that was the end of the video on essentials on gear and what to take. So now we're going to head down to the river and we're going to show you what flies you want to bring so you can actually catch your fish in the blue line. This next video will probably be linked in the description or in the little eye icon in the top right corner. We'll see you down at the river.